tunes with some extra guys. Yeah, I need room for my extra size, so I exercise with manpower that's real muscle. Got a real hustle player, so my deals double. From the rands to the grands to the mills couple, how we still trouble and they double down.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to Swag Diamond Inc. TV. I am Moza K Diamond. I should have made a video quite last week, but things have been busy. But I'm here. I have announced this video on my socials, and today we're going to be talking about why OnlyFans and the fake course selling gurus are more successful than you, why they are making more money than you, and why you are not doing as well as they are, even though what you are pushing is genuine, it's legit, it's it's real content, whatever. Because a lot of people get caught in that trap of feeling that because they're doing something that's moral and doing something that's true to themselves, that they should be more successful than the next person, whereas that's not even the case. Um, the reasons are actually much simpler. It's not going to be a long video. It's not going to be a long stream today, but I'm just going to get you guys to kind of understand so that you can kind of like open your eyes to what's going on and you can lock in. So you also get to the point of making some quality content and success through what it is that you're doing. So we're just gonna get straight onto it. Before that, actually, not straight onto it. I'd like to encourage more people to join the ebook weight loss challenge. It had started going on, but there's quite a few people getting it in. So for all those who wish to continue training under the course, there's a bit of a lag. Let's just wait a bit. The connection is iffy. Just want to give it a second. Yeah, so we're back. Okay, so for people who want to get it and continue to join the ebook challenge, you are more than welcome. Hit me on the in my DMs or any of the links in my bio, and then we can get to it. So let's get right into the video. Why are OnlyFans and why are those people outworking you? Why do they make more money than you? Why do they get better deals than yourself? And it's actually very, very, very simple. People just don't think about it because you're too busy questioning the moral sector of what it is that they're doing, and not actually dialing into what it is they're doing to get ahead of you. And it's very simple. They're just working harder than you. And I'm going to break that down. I'm not just going to say it like that, but they're working a whole lot harder than you, and you just don't realize how much. So I'm actually going to break that down for you. First of all, have you ever, okay, let's break it down with OF people first, right? OnlyFans. When you go on OnlyFans, right, do you know that there's millions and millions of people on OnlyFans, but not a lot of them are the millionaires or the billionaires, or not a lot of people are actually making a whole lot of money, right? Quite a few of them are actually in the top percentile of creators, but there's a whole lot more than rich people in fitness or in any other industry online. And I'm going to tell you why that is. You're just not posting as much as they are. First of all, you never go on an OnlyFans profile and find that they have very little content going on. If anything, you go on a profile, go on a random profile, you're going to see that they have thousands and thousands of posts, thousands of images. They are actively busy. They are actively busy in promoting what it is that they're doing. And you're not going to get there because you feel as if the 1 or 2 posts that you do a week or a month is going to outdo a person that probably posts 5 times in a day. OnlyFans people forever go live. Come on. Just a second. Are we back? Sorry about that, guys. I'm having an issue with my Wi-Fi today. Let's keep it going. So you get onto an OnlyFans creator video and you're gonna find they post thousands and thousands of videos and pictures in the course of a year, and you can't even post 20 pictures a year because you're still trying to figure out what content is and what's important to go online and all that other stuff. You're still struggling to find your image. You can't make any moves towards building a proper content structure because you're not posting anything, right? They have a presence online. They have an online presence, and it's outshadowing your online presence because they're actually putting in the work and giving in the time. So they're going to go in and they're going to start posting every single day of the week. They're on all their platforms, right? And it's not to say that you don't have time to do that. You do, because you get to be in a space where you can record something about your content every single day. You can record something about your content every single day, whereas they're not, right? You can go to the gym, you can have a meal, you can sit down and just interact with your people, but you're not doing that because you feel as if something major has to happen in order for you to post content. And that's always going to hit you down because the algorithm favors those who post. Content favors people that are always there, right? Imagine you get your favorite TV show And this happens to everyone. You get a good TV series that you're watching and you're binging, and you're watching it and you're there every single week and you're consistent, and then it just stops airing. You're not gonna keep on rewatching the same series, waiting for that one to come back. No, you're gonna find something to watch in the interim, and you're gonna slowly start to forget the other thing that you were watching. You're gonna forget about it, and then you're gonna move on to the next thing. So your success is based on the fact that people constantly see you, and this also hits a lot of people that always want to be the I need to take a break type of people. Listen, if you want to be successful, there's no breaks to be taken, right? Um, I mean, like I tell you, a lot of the times this is experience where I find myself falling short because I feel like I need to take breaks to get the right equipment. I need to take breaks to get all these things together, and I end up falling short from what it is I'm supposed to be doing, which is actually just delivering content every single day and as long as I possibly can. So you end up suffering. You end up suffering because you don't wanna be consistent, right? OF models and even the scammers, even those guys who sell courses every day, they're gonna post. They go out their way. Now you see with them, they invest, right? Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna go out and they're gonna rent that Lamborghini out. They're gonna rent out that villa. They're gonna find a way to promote themselves. They're gonna go out and they're gonna get into an area where they're gonna convince you that they've got everything going right with themselves, right? And then at the end of it, they're gonna be like, if you want to be like me, buy my course, and you're gonna want to buy it because you want to live the life that they're living, but they are just finding ways outside of the complaint area where they're finding ways to sell their content, right? We are more driven to the content creators who seem to be living a more successful life, that you can't work in any other way to push yourself. I mean, think about it like this. You have OnlyFans creators and these fake course selling creators. They're flying around. They're having vacations off of the money they're making off of you. But you can't even go to another gym. You can't even go to another gym and film content. You can't even collaborate with other people. Those people are treating their business like a really, really big business. They're collaborating. They're paying marketing structures. They're also marketing. They're paying ads. If anything, an OnlyFans girl who's successful is probably smarter than a person who started up a convenience store business and is trying to build it up from scratch with employees. Way smarter. Just because, or even an engineer who's trying to create a new thing and get it out into the world, or an inventor, they're much smarter, as dumb as you want to think they are, because the structures and the programs that they have in place in order to keep them on top, you can't compete with them, right? You're struggling to get yourself out there, while they are just keeping themselves out there, regardless of how many people who see. And then once it starts to generate even the smallest bit of income, they're using that. They're building up from it in order to remain, to get even more successful. But you are posting your gym content. You film by yourself every day. Let's say you're a person who posts gym content consistently, but you don't collaborate. You're just there every single day, talking to the people that only know you. You're not reaching out. This goes far beyond paying ads, because the truth is, ads go to whoever the system decides, unless you are like you have to in real life. You in real life need to be triggering it by the spaces that you put yourself around. Start collaborating with other creators, right? Don't put yourself in a position where your content is only about you. Always. It can be about you in the beginning, right? But as you move on and as you branch out, you need to start targeting different audiences, and that's where collaboration comes in, because you can't keep on paying ads to get to the people that you're not reaching. You need to really branch out. You need to stretch out your reach by talking to people that aren't in the same circle of influence as you are, right? You can't be talking to people who have the same group of friends, because you'll always be marketing to the same group of people. So that's one thing that they do in schools, right? Whether they solo, whether they do whatever, they get out there. They really get out there, and then they push as much as they can, so that they can find themselves in a position where they're targeting more people because they see the money. You see, you need to be working in order to see the money, and they don't tattle about their content. They invest, right? Whether they start videos from an iPhone, sooner you'll start to see them with the light. Soon you'll start to see them with designer. Like, they know how to trigger you, and you know how to trigger your audience. You're just not posting. You're not doing anything that's going to help you trigger your audience because you're dependent on stream platforms and systems that are there to accommodate everyone, right? The next thing is consistency, right? Like I was saying just now, a content creator, an OF content creator, is posting every single day. You are not posting every single day. They'll find a social media platform where they're going to be posting something, right? And they get up in the morning like it's a job. They wake up, they put the camera up, and they do something, even though they don't want to. They dress up, right? The scammers are going to make a video about how they made money today, or how they did this and how they did that. And you're just not outworking them. So you get up every morning and like, okay, today I want to film this type of video, but you don't do it because you start to think about the logistics of it, but you don't see what they see. If anything, the reason they're more successful is because they have a perspective that's wider than yours, right? They're able to see in the long run what their content is going to do for them if they keep pushing. I'm sure they can't see realistically, but sometimes it even ends up being bigger than what they thought because they stay locked in. They're working like an entrepreneur. It's not 9 to 5 for them. Once they post something, they're talking about what they posted for 24 hours. They're pushing it around. They're sending it around. They're paying the ads. They have their analytics up more than you do. You're just hoping one day you wake up and you see your notifications blowing up because you like, follow. No, they're actively looking for it, right? That's why even like if you go on OF, if God knows I'm selling myself out here, but if you go on these platforms and people sign up to whatever creator that they want, they have an active email thing that's addressing every new subscriber, and they have active, like, so they're treating their subscriptions like a mailing list. You go on a website and you see a mailing list, and then you put your email so that you constantly get updates, and they're constantly sending updates to you, right? They're interacting with the person that is following every single day. You're not interacting with anybody because you find yourself in a position where you feel like people should praise you regardless, right? And that is why you're failing, right? Stop treating your people like fans and start treating them like a business model, right? Interact with your group, with your crowd. Literally get yourself in a space where like you are heavy talking with your people every single day. You're locked in, right? And you're interacting so that your posts meet a bigger audience. You know, people are going to be reposting you. They're going to be in love with your content. And then you market it, right? You get your stuff. Once a video is done, you put it on all the social medias. You build it to a point where you are now making merchandise off of something that you said, right? Give out interactive things. You know, an OF girl is not going to make a Q&A and not get a response because they know their target market. You know, not everybody's a perv on the internet. As much as people want to believe that not everyone's a perv on the internet, but OF people have been able to attract most of the perverts to them, right? And that's how they're making a living. That's how they're making their money, because they know who their target market is and they don't stop applying pressure. So you haven't even put yourself in a position to post to post 3 times a day for 20 days. Try that for now. Try posting 3 times a day for 20 days and see how much your profile changes from that point onward. See how much you grow, right? things will change significantly for you because A, the more you post, the more confident you get, the more you'll be able to have more ideas because you're constantly going to be in the game. You're going to be locked in. If that is difficult for you because now the moment you start to hear that advice, it's like, what am I going to post? What three things? Then you're not meant to be in the space that you're supposed to be in. Being a content creator means you're self-employed. You're an entrepreneur in a way, and entrepreneurs work 24/7. They don't work 9 to 5, right? Don't post something and hope you're gonna blow from posting something randomly. Because, I mean, look at every single influencer that's ever blown from going viral. The moment they went viral, they had something else that they posted that kept them in the game because they were ready, right? They were always posting, so they all they had to do is continue because now they reached a wider engagement, and now people are now interacting with them because of who they are now. So now imagine you post one thing today and you go viral, and then you go so viral that you don't know what to post the next day because your fame hit you too early, hit you too quickly. That is what you're suffering from, right? You need to stay locked in and you need to constantly be doing it. No one's going to hold you. We get on profiles and find people with less than 50 posts hoping to be celebrity influencers. But like most people don't understand what influencers are in today's day and age. And I made a post about this on my socials the other day. Influencers are the new marketing. Influencers and streamers are the new marketing and advertising base of the world. Companies and businesses will always need advertisers. There's absolutely no business that can survive without an advertiser, right? And like, there's this old saying that Lamborghini doesn't do ads because their clientele isn't watching TV. That may be true, but right now supercars are being bought out of like more than ever in history. Look at the statistics. Supercars and mansions and yachts are being bought more than ever because of influencers, because of streamers. Bugatti, as much as they've been such a great brand, and I'm sure they can survive without needing anyone. Look at how much Bugatti went big when the Tate brothers started making it a thing, right? If anything, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, their form of marketing themselves is advertising. So when you see all these rich people buying Lamborghinis and all these other things, I mean, traders, back in my day, we knew that financiers and traders weren't people that used to splurge a lot financially. But nowadays, every single e-com, every single finance, every single trader, successful or fake, right? Every single person, once they get into a space where they start making clientele, they start buying all these expensive things because people believe with sight, right? And nobody's buying a course from someone who isn't living the life that they want to live, right? And that's one thing that you need to incorporate with everything else I've just said, because you can't just have one and not have the other. I'll give you an example. If you go on the internet now and look up bodybuilders in your area, you're going to find some of the largest and most conditioned people in the world with 100 followers, with 20 followers, with 400 followers, because they don't know how to convert being jacked into money. They don't know how to convert that. They don't know how to take it and put it into a system where they'll start to make money. And that's what's killing them. So you can be jacked. Like I've seen it a lot of times. The biggest person, he looks the way you want to look, but he's not living the life you want to live because he's not marketing it the way. If anything, he's displaying that lifestyle of being a poor guy with a six-pack. Whereas now you have billionaires with a six-pack. You just got to lock in and be all round. If you can't be all round, hire a team. Hire people that are going to cover the areas that you have no knowledge in, and then you can move on forward. So that's just the gist of this video. Okay, let me just summarize it so that because I'm not going to go on blabbing about things without hey Grashi. So I'm not just gonna blab about a whole bunch of stuff without giving you guys a formula. Oh wow, damn, that's crazy. That's weird. This guy. Can you be my juice box? I wanna suck you. Damn. Hey, bro, they ain't even out of jail yet. Oh shit. There's another one, creamy soda. Okay, this is throwing off from the message I wanted to put out. Y'all are nasty. Anyway, so let me slurp you like a Capri Sun. Hey yo, hey yo, y'all need to calm down. Y'all need to relax. Okay, I've never felt so violated. Is this what women feel like on the internet? That's crazy. That is insane. I beg your pardon? Let me tongue that nose. Okay, no. Anyway, let's get back to the educated people. I don't need to be violated in such a manner. Yeah, so post your content. And stop judging people. Besides the guys that are texting me some nasty shit right now, stop judging people for the content that they're posting on. If anything, learn from what it is that they're doing to be successful. If anybody's in my chat, hey yo, chat, this guy's gonna run me off the street. Stop judging. Let me focus. Stop judging people for what they're doing and learn from it. Right? I remember when I started graphics design, many years ago. I was making posters and I was trying to learn how to broaden my art, and my dad kept on. He was always on my case about what's taboo, and everything that I posted, he would pull me in and tell me that it's satanic and all this other stuff because I was learning photo manipulation, and that kept me in a box. I was so afraid to create in a certain way that oh God, that I wasn't actually learning, right? So stop judging, learn, right? Learn to be able to study other people so that you can incorporate it to what you're doing, and then you'll be more successful. That is it. That's the stream. Now let me attend to these nasty ass mother. Uh, this is crazy. I mean, this guy's having the time of his life. I have homemade teeth whitener, and okay, I've never heard that one before. Oh shit! Hey, block, bro. hey, hey, block. What is this guy? The only thing I'm going to judge is the way you bounce on it. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are disgusting, man. Okay, I just want. Okay, okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back with another one. Um, Someone give Creamy Soda and Grunchy some love so that they don't come onto my stream harassing me like this. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson, and we will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna stop there.